Gathering at the south entrance of the bar downstairs. So if you are still upstairs in Genesis, jump down into the fountain, go through the bar, plus the octopus, come out the south side of the entrance, and you'll see we're all gathering outside right now to start this kind of crazy parade outside of Decentraland. And if you haven't already, as you pass through Genesis Plaza, you'll see there's a dispenser. Click on the button and you will have this dispenser drop to you. And one of the guests here today is kind of a special guest in terms of this the wearable flag that we're all waving. Issa, can you tell me more about this flag that we're all using in the parade right now?
Sure. I mean, this is super fun to do. I mean, we had this idea of having a flag in the parade because parades need a flag, of course. And I wanted to do something. We were wondering, like, okay, we have a flag, but should it be like a small flag, single-handed flag? And she was like, no, let's make it big. It should be funnier that way. And we decided to make this huge flag. So it was awesome doing it. It is quite challenging, more challenging than you might think. Like, for the looks, it doesn't look super complex, but it is. So it was super fun, but yet super challenging, and seeing everyone enjoying it so much I mean, I'm super happy with the result and how people are super excited about it. So, yeah.
I love that Shibu's always making your job harder, Issa. He's like bigger, two hands, all the things.
Yeah,
it looks
exactly.
amazing.
No, let's do it funnier. Let's do it bigger. No, let's add something. So, whatever. I'm up for the challenge. I'm always up for the challenge.
So if you do have the flag, we're going to try for our first photo op. So we're all going to run towards the blimp. So if you are in World with us right now, if you're one of us, dive down into the bar, head towards the south entrance. You'll see us all through the windows of the bar. Head towards the huge blimp if you can. If you follow me, I'm the one in the massive orange yellow dress. So run towards the blimp, stand in front of it, and the amazing Cheddar Queso is our official photographer for this evening. So if you are able to stand in front of the blimp and wave your Decentraland flag, we're going to try and see how many people we can get in this first parade photo.
I love that automatically I see people, I'm like in World as well, Bay, like you. I see Alvaro, CJ Tracks, everyone immediately jumping to like the second tier. They're like our parkour people. They're like, I'm going to stand up top, which is perfect. We'll need some squatters, some people laying down, you know, like a typical in real world photo. But this is looking great. I love seeing everyone finding their unique space and like getting into the proper emote for the photo. So everyone's looking like they're ready to strike a pose in a little bit. And shout out to Cheddar, who's going to be our, you know, photographer over all these launch events. So thanks, Cheddar, for doing that. If everyone can kind of turn and face the bar doors, I think Cheddar's standing over there ready to take photos. So if you're able to, if you have a lot of emotes and you're able to do levels, try and do that, but also jump around. And this is looking so fun. Thank you all for jumping in. That's awesome. Yamel, I like your dance moves you have going on today. You've really upgraded your emotes over here.
Yeah, totally. I'm actually wearing some wearables from Mel's. She did a birthday party last year, with this Argentinian flag on it. I love them.
That's so great.
So if you are able join us before we start on this eclectic parade through Decentraland. You can find the routes on the Decentraland socials. I am going to be losing you, I know. So if you do lose the parade route, have a look at Decentraland Twitter or Instagram, and you'll see the parade route there. We're gathered right now by the World Is Yours blimp outside the bar for our first photo of this parade. And as we kind of give Cheddar a little bit of time to record this moment, I'm going to be asking our first question, which I think is the big one for all of us, sort of in our experience. Like, what is the significance of today for you? For anyone coming into this for the new time, catching us on the socials, what is happening here and what is the significance of it? I wonder, Yemel, if we could start with you.
Yeah, for sure. Such a big moment. For me, I think it's the culmination of one stage, the stage of deciding to make this big commitment and actually accomplishing it, and seeing how the whole team internally in the Decentraland Foundation tackle this monumental project of rewriting Decentraland from scratch. And actually delivering today an experience that is way smoother. So I think it's a big milestone for the team, an accomplishment of, and I think a testament of what we can build if we're all aligned. So super happy, and also the transition to a new era. Now we have a new platform to continue building, and we have so many exciting plans for next year. And finally, we have the platform to deliver. So really excited of the new era that is starting for Decentraland.
And just to add to that, I think, as Yamel said, this was a year in the making, basically, from the foundation side of saying, like, a big decision. Like, how do we make this more immersive, more social for the community so that they can be more creative? And that was what really was most important, of like, how do we let people do what we know they're capable of doing? And how can we let them all celebrate together in one space, just like we're doing today? That was the dream, to like see everyone in one space, in one realm, all hanging out. And so it's really cool seeing it come together. I know we were sharing screenshots all day of everyone standing in the plaza with all of the devs and engineers and designers working on this. But it also wouldn't have been possible without the community, who did a lot of alpha testing behind the scenes for us, just making sure we were ready, debugging, doing all of the tests, trying to break things to make sure we'd be ready for this moment. And this is a beta, so we know more is to come, but it's just such an exciting thing to see everyone come together for that common goal of like bringing Decentraland's vision to life, of having this world where UGC content from the community can really all live together side by side.
It's so exciting. I'm going to try and start the parade and come to you in a second, Isa, because I want to show, if everyone watching right now, just the differences, is because I've been mapping parade routes all week and exploring the world. So I'm going to try this. Everyone in the world, what we're going to do is we're going to head south. We're going to head 2 blocks south. So head with me south, and we're going to turn left. So 2 roads and then turn left. So we're going to head south, which is just away from the... I can't even move because there's so many people. We're going to go...
Follow the orange dress. Follow the
big orange dress. We're walking down. And now, obviously, I'm the most terrible person at walking in a straight line as well. So...
Same.
Yeah. I have to take my, if I'm challenged to any parkour, I get my children to take over. So as we can see, I'm going to be the most wobbly person walking down this road. Everybody's already overtaking me. We're going to be going 2 roads down, and then we're going to be turning left. Now I'm going to go back into my settings because I know that I can be rendering much more than this, but I turned my settings down earlier just for the sheer volume of people that were in Plaza. So...
And if I'm looking at my screen right now and watching everyone run and jump down the screen is kind of crazy. If you're new to Decentraland or new to the client, hit shift and then move, which will allow you to run and jump at like a much faster pace. You can see there's a double jump going on here. So that's been super exciting to be able to see everyone go. And as we're walking, you'll see the world start rendering outside of you, which was a huge improvement for the team. Yamel, while everyone's walking, do you want to talk about like how they made that happen from a tech perspective?
I mean, like being able to render so far away. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
an idea that we have for so long, but we actually implemented in this new version. So every time that a creator deploys a new scene, that deployment goes to our network of servers. We have a particular server that listens for the deploys made by any member of the community, and we in a server we render the scene like in a sandbox environment, and we take like a snapshot of the static scene. It's like a 3D picture of the scene, and we also decimate it. That means that we generate different versions of that scene with different levels of quality, and we use all that to be able to render the scenes that are far away. So we don't need to actually run all the code of every scene in order to render them. But as soon as you get closer, the scene starts running completely with the code. So that was a lot of work and a lot of processing hours to like run all these static versions of all the scenes in Decentraland, which is like huge. But we are super happy about this feeling. Now you can see till the horizon, and I think that this enables an exploration use case in Decentraland. That was always the motivation of having a continuous city in which you can traverse the world and find new things. So now that use case is, I think, better suited with this client, because while you are walking to a direction, you can see something interesting along the way and say, hey, let me check that out.
And I think that was
I don't
always
know
the
if that
vision,
answers
right?
your question.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
always the vision, right?
Yeah,
Like a
totally.
city street where you're like, what's up ahead? What is there? It can always be changing. And that's what's so exciting about the creators being able to deploy directly, of just, you could be walking down the street and it's something different than you saw yesterday. And I think that's what's so cool to see here. Bay, I know we're all running. Go ahead, Yamal.
Yeah, and also it's another point. In the previous version, teleportation was like the preferred way to move around Decentraland. And that was probably because running from one point to another wasn't so exciting. And also sometimes the scene didn't load and you have this green wall. I'm sure like most of you recognize the green walls. So teleportation was the easiest way to move around. But we want to flip that case in this new client. We want to make it really exciting to walk from one place to another. And looking ahead for the next year, bringing new ways to move around Decentraland, like having a bicycle, having a scooter. I think like that is the goal, to really make it engaging, to move around and try to move the teleportation to more a second plane, like the second way to move around Decentraland.
Totally.
Not only that, but I would also like to add that the visuals are awesome too. Like the vegetation, the new shader, everything looks so beautiful. I mean, Decentraland has never been so beautiful. So
Yeah, I love that it interacts.
aside
Like
from-
your feet are in the grass, and
Yeah.
it's all blowing in the wind, and it's really much more immersive in that environment.
Yeah.
So I should shout out to everyone racing past me in Genesis right now. I'm jumping back in again. I've got lost, so I'm jumping back in. If you want to see the parade route, it's on socials. I will show you where to go when I'm back on the route itself.
Bay, which coordinates should we have everyone meet at if they are following along and lost and they need to?
Yes. So we're going to be meeting at the corner of 24 minus 21.
Perfect.
So if you are able, everybody in world, to aim for 24 minus 21, it's the corner of the street. I should have taken you down. But obviously there's just this amazing, did you see the amazing flow of just dots?
Yes.
All running down the south of the street. So if you can meet me at 24:21, I will be there as quick as I can. But it's going to be our second photo point, and then we're going to head towards kind of the beach area. So we're going to be going to 24:21. It is labeled Fork C on the map. And if you can join me there, I will stream as soon as I can. So awesome. Let me bring this up.
Bay, while you're
So
bringing that up,
Swiss
Oh.
has already got me there. So
there you are.
Swiss is ahead of the curve.
You beat me. I'm still running way behind you guys. I'm coming. Yamel, are you there yet?
I'm already here. I teleported myself because I also got lost while I was talking. You can use the command /go_to and place the coordinates 24, minus 21. /go_to and the coordinates.
So nobody listened to Damia's big brother because he's in the chat. He's saying 24, 21. It's 24 minus 21.
Yes, you need the negative. I'll put it up on the screen for anyone that got lost. You could teleport or look at the map and the red dots. We're all together in the red dots, and you can follow us that way as well.
So if you are joining us at 2421, we're going to be trying to get a photo with the big pillars with all the pink trees behind. So if you can join me sort of in front of the pillars on the grass here at 2421, we're going to see if we can get everybody within this little park that is on this corner to try and get a photo with us all together.
Faye, do you remember who made that dress?
I do. It's DigiFundDAO. It's one of my
Awesome.
favorites. Yeah. So DigiFundDAO made the dress, and they also made the wings with I think it was Robert Singer for Fashion Week last year.
Love that.
Okay.
All right, everyone, setting up for your photo at 24, -21. Face the way Bay is facing so that we're all facing the right camera here.
And as we do so, I think we've sort of talked a little bit about the differences that the community is experiencing with this new client. I think I would really love to know from you all right now, like, what is the big difference for you in terms of your own experience right now in running around Decentraland? Like, what is the kind of standout thing for you that's been the change between today with the new client launch and the amazing doomsday party that most of us were at last night at Toxics? Like, what is the big change that you're experiencing right now?
I can start and then we'll go to Yamel. I think it's just the colors. Like, I think many people have said that as you log in, it's just so vibrant because all of the names are the colors. You see the world around you really blowing up. The emojis offer that color, and it just feels like a fun space once you're in there. And it really just has a lot more of that like livelihood to it. So I think it brings that, you know, DCL vibe that we all talk about to life in a really like tangible way as you look at it and experience it. Yamel, what's been most changing for you?
I think what I'm most excited is about the mini games and quest system that we have built. Also the badges. I think that was one of the very missing pieces of Decentraland. Being able to like have something very direct to do, like for a newcomer or actually for myself, like. I enjoy every day entering and see, okay, which is the today's reward, and I enjoy the mini games. I find myself like being absorbed about feeling like the completing the different levels. So I'm excited to see what's the reaction of our community about it and how far they go completing the different challenges and getting the rewards.
Are you any good, Yamel? Because I'm terrible at the mini games. I keep trying, but I'm really bad.
yeah, I'm pretty good actually.
Oh, nice.
I love playing. Yeah, I remember there is one game, Towers of Hanoi. It's a kind of a puzzle that you need to know how to move the discs from one side to another. And I remember during testing time when we have some glitches. The game wasn't rendering pretty well, and I couldn't see the disc, but I actually could manage to win the level without seeing the
I'm impressed because it took me way too many times to get past level 2 on that one.
Yeah, I just play by memory.
That's awesome. Bay, what about for you? Because you spend obviously a ton of time in here, like prepping for events, getting everything ready, mapping parade routes. What been your biggest difference?
I'm obsessed with the wearables. I'm obsessed with just putting different things on and going, oh, how does that look? How does like the DigiFun dress looks transformed in the new client. Like it's just the amount of detail you can see, the amount of edges. So for me, it's this. I don't know. I'm spending too much time just putting on different wearables, seeing what they look like, taking them off again, putting something different on. But I just enjoying so much the creativity in the wearables from the community. It's one of my absolutely favorite things about being in Decentraland and seeing this with everybody together, just in terms of the creativity that is expressed. And if you're new to Decentraland, you might not know, but all of these wearables are created by the community. Like they're all created by an artist and a creator, a 3D designer, that then publishes those wearables on the marketplace. And those can be accessed by anyone within the world to buy or to transfer or to keep or to hoard like I do. And for me as a NFT collector, that's just one of the amazing things about Decentraland, that I can support artists by wearing their work and talking about their work on the platform. So massive shout out to everyone involved in wearables, people like KJ, Docky, DJ Track. There's so many people out there that are producing things. I see the tiger from Polygonal Mind, which is one of the first things I saw. I started working in Decentraland and going like, where is this tiger from? Like who created this? And being able to talk to people in the community about where their wearables are from, yeah, amazing.
And for anyone that's not familiar, I know I'm seeing comments of like, I'm new here, this is my first time. So I just want to make sure you know too, all of our creators sell on the marketplace and all creators keep 97.5% of revenue. So Decentraland is actually run by a nonprofit. So all of that revenue goes directly to these creators to support them for their work. So shout out to all of the creators. There's a huge range. I'm looking on my screen now, which is why I'm over here. A huge range of wearables. I don't think I've seen two people wearing the same thing yet today as we look out there. So I love seeing all of the options of the creators, but also how the community styles it. And putting different pieces together to make a look for the day is one of the things I love watching, especially as we have events coming up. We have Music Fest coming up, and I know everyone's going to get into like theme outfits and bring that to life in a new way with their styling. So that'll be a ton of fun as they use the profiles to do that.
I'm going to try and do the tricky bit of parade now. This is our trickiest bit. So we're going to head west. East. The person. We're going to head east, and then we're going to head south. So we're going to head east to the end of this road. If you can follow me, the lady with the wings and the big yellow. And if you want to run it with me, we're going to then go south. So this is the tricky bit of the parade, and then we're actually going to do. Have I got this right? Yes, I have. And then we're actually going to do a fun run. So we're going to come through here. We're going to be taking east again. This is when you have the autistic
the compass
lady
is helpful.
Yeah. The directions, brilliant.
I love that I don't know east and west like in real life.
In reality.
Decentraland, I'm like, I know where to go.
So we're going to head all the way along here past the beach scenes, past some of the extraordinary builds that are here, just one after the other as we explored. When we were putting this together, we just kept getting distracted and walking into different builds. We're going to head all the way until we reach the main road. So if you get lost, don't worry. We're just heading all the way, caught in a bush. We're heading all the way east to the main road here. If you see some Christmas trees, you're in the right direction. And as we do that and wait for everyone to join us, I would love to know about the badges, because one of the things that we're doing here are putting in our steps. And again, this is a new feature that has gone live today. Emma, would you like to tell us a little bit more about the badges and what they are?
And Bay, can you open your profile to show them?
Yes,
while we're
let me
doing
do
that?
Yeah, so badges is a new feature